I have always liked working on trains. Has been my boyhood dream. Sir.
What?
Are you sure I'm the conductor you need?
Absolutely. It's right over there.
Where is Mark? I sent him to the station an hour ago to pick up the new conductor. The orchestra is waiting to practice, and if he doesn't show up...
I'm back.
Where's the conductor? I told you to pick up the conductor.
I tried my best, but he was way too big for me to pick up.
What? This man is not the conductor.
He sure is. Look at his uniform.
I did not mean a train conductor. I meant a music conductor.
He is very musical. He was singing all the way over here.
I'm sorry I'm so late. No one met me at the station.
The real conductor. I'm so glad you're here.
Look, guys, I like music, but I have a train to catch.
Catch a train? Be sure to use both hands. Trains are very heavy.
Never mind. I will take him back to the station. Mark, you help the other conductor.
Hurry back. You do not want to miss the concert. Right over here.
Hello. Let's start by practicing numbers. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
And 5 and 6 and
Stop.
7. Did we practice enough numbers?
Don't count out loud. You can tap your toe if you like. Let's rehearse our first song now. Quiet, please. We have to practice. Mark, we were playing a B flat. Would you call that a B flat?
Absolutely. A B couldn't get any flatter.
I'm talking about the musical note B, not an actual B. Do you read notes?
Only if they're addressed to me.
Do you play?
I play every day. Mr. Carter says I'm an expert at fiddling.
An expert fiddler. Then you must play by ear.
If you insist.
Expert fiddler indeed. Next time you should use the bow.
I'll use arrows and arrow rests too.
You really should try a different instrument. But tonight I need you to use your voice.
Mom! Hey, Mom! Look here! Mr. Jones is advertising for an office boy on Hickory Street on a 10 blocks away. I could walk to work. Today's apply Wednesday. 10 o'clock. That's tomorrow. I asked someone what kind of work an office boy does. He runs errands and empties waste paper baskets and other things like that. I'm sure I could do it. Am I a good shot for the job?
Oh, Fred, I wish you wouldn't have to go to work. You're so young, but since Father died, I struggle to make ends meet. And we've been praying for a job that you could earn some money. Maybe this is the answer.
Letter of recommendation is preferred. What does that mean?
A letter of recommendation. A letter of recommendation is a letter that a grown-up friend writes for you, and then you can take it along to hand it in to the person that you're applying a job with. And it might say that he knows you to be a good, honest worker, or that you have experience in this job that you're trying to get.
Who could write a letter of recommendation for me?
No one, because we just moved here, and we don't know anyone nobody here knows us very well. And we don't have time to go to the place we used to live.
Then I won't have much of a chance to get a job, will I?
Well, it's true that many businessmen would not hire someone that they know nothing about. But if this is God's will, you will get this job without a letter of recommendation.
So I will. I'll get my clothes ready. I mean, they are good and early. I expect a dozen other boys
Yes, that's
will be
good.
running this job. Where's the hat? Where's the hat? Where's the hat? Yeah, dude. Bingo. Where's my hat? Where's Mr. Johnson?
Take a seat.
Actually, you go next. Okay, you go next. You go out and up the steps.
Here, there's a seat. Must be 20 fellas in here all hoping for the job. Must be 20 fellas in here all hoping for the job.
I ain't got no letter, and I ain't got no chance against this crowd anywhere.
Welcome, boys. Hello. Thanks for coming. Those of you who have letters of recommendation, please bring them to me.
Stop pushing. Stop pushing.
Thank you.
Stand back.
Thank you.
4 letters of recommendation, sir.
Thank you. And those of you don't have any letters, you can write your name and age on my notepad here. Thank you. So the 3 of you didn't bring any letters?
No, sir.
Interesting letters. Thank you for bringing one. Most of you brought one. That is good. Naturally, an office boy must follow directions.
I brought 4, sir.
According to the letters I just read, most of you would make an excellent office boy. However, I just need one. So if Fred Morris will come forward, the rest of you may go.
But Mr. Johnson, that's not fair. You were advertising for a boy with recommendations. I brought 4, he had none.
Boy, you are mistaken about that. Fred Morris brought more than 10 that I noticed. Sit down, and I will tell you about it. The first recommendation Fred Morris brought was good habits. He wiped his shoes on the mat when he came in. It's not muddy outside, he wiped them out of habit, a good habit for an office boy. Next, he pays attention to small details. I learned that from the quiet way he closed the door behind him. That door always closes hard, but now he made sure it latched. He has a kind and unselfish heart. He gave his seat to the boy with a limp and stood the rest of the time. That showed me he keeps his eyes open for people he might help. Helping others is what an office boy does all day long. Fred, he did look nervous like the rest of you, but he held his cap quietly after he took it off. He didn't twirl it or slap it on his knee like some of you did. That told me he could control himself. And he showed good manners by not attracting attention to himself by unnecessary noise and commotion. Some boys left because they had no letter, a recommendation. Others left because they had no hope for the job. Fred Morris didn't leave, though I could tell he felt like it. That showed me he is willing to finish what he started, even when he had little chance, little hope of success. When I called you for your letters, the names of those who had none, Fred waited. He didn't push or get angry when others got ahead of him. That proved he wasn't rude or easily upset. When I asked a question, he answered, "No, sir," rather than shaking his head. That recommended him as polite. When he signed his name, I noticed his neatly combed hair and clean fingernails. His clothes may be a bit shabbier and more worn than some of yours, but they're clean. His shoes are shined, which shows he is neat and clean and that he isn't ashamed of what he can't help. Yes, I preferred recommendations. Fred Morris brought more than a dozen with him. They tell me he will make a first-rate office boy. His actions told me more than all the letters of recommendations he could have brought me.
I'm going to sing the piano. I'm going to sing the piano, so I'm not going to sing.
Can you sing while you play? Yeah.
Ja, det kan jag. Ja, det kan jag se. Yeah, we have one.
Okay, Nathan. Okay, start it.
I want to love His holy word. I want to sing and pray and be busy every day in the kingdom of the Lord. I will work and reign. I will work and reign in the vineyard of the Lord. I will work, I will pray. pray, I will labor every day in the vineyard of the Lord. I want to be a worker strong and brave. I want to trust in Jesus' power to save. All who will truly come shall find a happy home in the kingdom of the Lord. I will work and pray, I will work and pray in the vineyard of the Lord, of the Lord. I will work, I will pray, I will labor every day in the vineyard of the Lord. To be a worker, help me, Lord, to lead the lost and to thy word that points to joys on high, where pleasures never die in the kingdom of the Lord. I will work and pray, I will work and pray in the vineyard of the Lord, of the Lord. I will work, I will pray, I will labor every day in the vineyard of the Lord.
Is it curtain? Yo. Wow, this is quite the place they invited me to. It's huge, sweet. I need to get in.
Sorry, sir, but you can't come in. Members only.
How do you know I'm not a member?
Sir, this is a red tie resort. You aren't wearing a red tie.
But I'm expected.
1 minute, please.
Your name?
Bill Blotz.
Let's see. Blitz, Blottamum, Blubber. Sorry, no blots.
I'm supposed to meet some friends inside. I'm already late.
I'm sorry, sir, but you can't come in dressed like that. Regardless of who your friends are.
What's wrong with the way I'm dressed?
This is the red tie resort. You aren't wearing a red tie.
That's ridiculous.
It's the rule. Nobody gets in the red tie resort without a red tie.
I don't have time for this. I'll miss my meeting. Here, this ought to help you look the other way while I slip in.
You can't buy your way in. I work for the richest man in town. Bribes mean nothing to me.
Do you know who I am?
You just said you're Bill Blotz. Have you forgotten who you are?
No, I mean you don't know who you're dealing with. I'm friends with the mayor, and all the city's councilmen know my name. Now, let me in before I have to tell them that you disrespected their friend.
The owner is richer than all of them and is no respecter of persons. No amount of contacts can get you in without a red tie. Nobody gets in the red tie resort without a red tie. Sorry, sir.
I don't believe this. I'll miss my meeting. My financial future could depend on getting this contract. Can't you give me a break? I'm a major contributor to all the city's charities. Look, I'll give a donation to one in the resort's name.
That's very commendable, sir, but it doesn't get you in.
Look, I'm just as good as all the people already in. Better than some. It's not fair that you should let some in and keep others out.
On the contrary, our rule is the only fair way to let people in. It makes all even since they get in only by virtue of having the red tie.
Oh, just get out of my way, Pluto. Report me once I'm in.
Forcing your way in is futile, sir. I'm much stronger than you.
Oh yeah, just try to stop me.
Please don't do that, Phil. You'll only hurt yourself. Nobody has ever gotten past me, around me, or through me.
Yeah, no kidding. Feels like I'm running into a brick wall. What do I have to do to get in?
Sir, nobody gets in the red tie resort
without a red tie. Yeah, I get it. You're real big on repeating that. Thanks for nothing, pal. You haven't seen the less of me, Mr. High and Mighty Doorman.
welcome. Enjoy your stay.
Your name? Come right this way.
This is great.
Not you, sir. You can't slip in on the coattail of others.
You can't blame a guy for trying, can you?
It's been tried before, and don't go looking for a back door and slipping in is the only way in.
Thanks for the tip, but you won't get one from me for it. I need a red tie, but I don't know where I can get one real quick. Hey, wait a minute. If I can find a red tie, I'll make one instead. Here, this ought to do it. I hope nobody smells me, though. This common piece of cloth is really rank. Hey, man, I've got the rules. See, I got a red tie.
Or they call that a proper tie.
Hey, I made it myself. That ought to show you I'm trying, even more than if I went and bought one. Don't my effort to keep your rules count for anything?
Sir, that rag is filthy and smelly. All it does is show the inability to abide by the rules. Your own efforts count for nothing.
All right, I've had it. What's your name, mister?
D-Law, sir.
Spell that for me, please.
D-E-L-A-W.
Well, Mr. D-Law, I'm reporting you to the manager. You have demeaned me and made me feel like a second-class citizen. I will have justice.
It's mercy you need, sir, not justice.
We'll see. Now, get me the owner or manager. I want to speak to him.
Very well, sir.
Are you the owner of this place?
My father is the owner. I'm the manager. To get to him, you must go through me.
This is Mr. King, the manager. Mr. King, this is Bill Blotz. He has a complaint he would like to speak to you about.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Blotz. What can I help you with?
Thanks for coming out to me. I couldn't come into where you were.
I'm happy to do it.
And that's the problem. Getting past the law here seems impossible. He won't let me in under any circumstances.
I admit, D-Law can be a bit intimidating at times. But that's his job. He must enforce the rules to the letter and keep out the ones that don't meet the standards.
But I can't meet the requirements, and I need to get in. My friends are waiting for me. You're the manager. Will you please tell him to let me in?
Well, Bill, I can't let someone in who doesn't meet the standards. That would be unfair to all those that are already in.
But you run the place. You write the rules.
Yes, but I must stick to it. Nobody gets in the red tie resort without a red tie. In fact, not just any old red tie would do. It must be a special one made by me.
Well, how can I get one? Can you loan me one?
No, we don't loan them.
Then can I buy one from you?
You couldn't possibly pay what it's worth.
This is ridiculous. How does one get into your resort then? If I can buy one from you or anyone else, and I can't borrow one, then what do I do?
You must simply ask.
Ask, that's all?
That's it.
Wait a minute, it can't be that easy. Now after all this, these red ties are too costly to be free.
True, they're not free. A high price has been paid for these, but I am paying for it, and I'm giving it to everyone as a gift if they ask.
It's too easy. There must be a catch. I don't believe it.
But you must believe it if you only ask and receive. Otherwise, you'll never ask.
If getting a tie is so easy, why didn't D-Law offer me one? He could have gotten me in right away.
D-Law has no ties to give. He can only let you know that you need one. I'm the only one that can give you what you need to get into the resort. So ask and you will receive.
Don't you want to check my background to make sure I'm worthy or something?
Your past doesn't matter to me. It's forgotten. Helping to make a brighter future is my goal. Once in, your association with me will affect the way you treat others.
That sounds too good to pass up, but it's almost too good to be true. All right, I give up. May I have one of your red ties, please? I'd like to be a member.
Of course, Bill. But once you're a member of the resort, you're more than a member. You're a member of the family. This is the beginning of a wonderful relationship.
Wow, thanks. Now everyone will know I'm a member. I'll wear it with pride.
Not pride, Bill. Wear it with joy. Then everyone would know. Then everyone will want to know where you got it, and you can introduce them to me, and they can get their own red tie.
That sounds great. I'll do it.
Come on in, Bill. Your friends are waiting for you.
Welcome, Mr. Blotz.
Welcome. Enjoy your stay.
For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourself, it is the gift of God. Ephesians 2:8.
I see it in blue skies, I see it in rain, in the bluebells and daisies that grow down my lane. I see it in sunrise, and when the sun's going down, glimpses of heaven can be seen all around. Glimpses of heaven all around me. Life everlasting, oh how can it be? Though I grow weary, I can still see glimpses of heaven waiting for me. I see it when winter gives way into spring. I hear it in songs only robins can sing. I see it when strangers smile back at me, and old friends and neighbors in my family. I see it when babies draw their first breath, when the eyes of the faithful are closing in death. Oh, when I cross over, what a day that will be. Glimpses of heaven waiting for me. Glimpses of heaven all around me. Life everlasting, oh how can it be? Though I grow weary, I can still see glimpses of heaven promises of heaven waiting for me.
In the beginning, God made the seas. He made the forests filled with trees. He made the mountains up so high. At the very top, He placed the sky. God's fingerprints are everywhere, just to show how much He cares. But in between, He had loads of fun. He made a hippo who weighs a ton. Hip, 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 hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made all of us. Hip, 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 hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made us. Creation sings of His praise. The sparrow and the tiny babe. We can sing and say, well done. But some things He just made for fun. Hip, 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 hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made all of us. Hip, 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 hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made us. In the beginning, God made the seas. He made the forests filled with trees. He made the mountains up so high. And at the very top, He placed the sky. God's fingerprints are everywhere, just to show how much He cares. But in between, He had loads of fun. Made a hippo who weighs a ton. Hip, 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 hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made all of us. Hip, 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 hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made us.
Ah! Lord, help me defeat this beast. That was close.
Are you Jesse, son of Obed?
Yes, and you are?
I am Samuel. The Lord has sent me for me to anoint one of your sons.
One of my sons?
Yes.
I will go get them.
Come on, let's get ready. No. No. Are these all your sons?
No, the youngest David is out in the fields tending to the sheep.
Send for him. David!
Yes, Father?
There's someone here to see you.
This is the one the Lord has chosen to be the next king of Israel. Kneel. Tell no one of this.
David, take this food to your brothers.
Okay.
If any of you can beat me, then we will be yours. If any of you can beat me, then we will be your slaves. But if I beat you, then you will be our slaves.
David, what are you doing here?
Father sent me to bring you this food. What's going on?
Goliath, the giant Philistine, challenges us daily, but no one dares to fight him.
I'll fight him.
Huh, you're just a boy, David. Go home.
I have fought lions before. The Lord was with me then, he will be with me now.
Whatever. He wishes to fight Goliath, my king.
You wish to fight Goliath,
Yes, my king.
but you are a youth.
I might be small, but the Lord is on my side. He will protect me.
Very well, but take my armor.
I need no armor. The Lord will be my shield.
May the Lord be with you, David. Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks and stones?
You come to me with a sword and spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord. This day the Lord has delivered you into my hands.
Get him!
Me first or me first? Me go first, Alex. Where is that?
The battle belongs to the Lord.
Just look at Rudy.
Genesis.
God creates the world, humans reckon. Exodus, the exit of the Israelites is epic. Leviticus and Numbers, God's people get wobbly. Moses whips them into shape in Deuteronomy. Joshua's pursuit of the promised land is legendary. Judges hold grudges, but Ruth is extraordinary. 1st and 2nd Samuel, David has heart. 1st and 2nd Kings, the king's kingdom falls apart.
Chronicles, the Israelites are entering into exile. Ezra and Nehemiah bring them back from the Gentiles. Esther is the queen saving Jews from catastrophe. Job finds hope in the middle of his tragedy. Psalms are the bomb David drops when he's worshiping. Proverbs are the words of the wise king's journaling. Here's Ecclesiastes, life is a vapor. Here's Song of Solomon, skip it till later. Isaiah says King Jesus will be born. Jeremiah blasts God's plan on the horn. Lamentations, God's nations in pieces. They need a new heart, which Ezekiel teaches. Daniel, can you handle it? Furnaces and lions, the way of Hosea, a salvation through a line. Joel plays a role of announcing God's day. Amos is famous for the narrow and the straight. Obadiah, he implies the true Messiah is on the way. So does Jonah, all alone inside, fish for 3 days. Micah, like an earthquake, speaks God's power. Nahum names God's trustworthy strong tower. Habakkuk with a backup of a vision on a tablet. Zephaniah writing God's love is elaborate. Haggai, good guys, passion is contagious. Zechariah, Malachi, God's gonna save us. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, all about Jesus. Acts of the facts of hear them never leave us. Romans is the road to a spirit-filled life. Corinthians, faith, hope, love never die. Galatians, fruit of the Spirit gonna grow. Ephesians, God's masterpiece, good to know. Philippians, running that race for Christ. Colossians, washed clean, doing things right. 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, giving God gratitude. 1st and 2nd Timothy, leading with your attitude. Titus gonna tell us about grace from above. Philemons, leaning on brotherly love. Hebrews, growing up faith like a child. The name of the James game, join every trial. 1st and 2nd Peter cast cares on Jesus. 1st, 2nd, 3rd John, his love frees us. Jude is the dude speaking truth that burns. Revelation celebrating Jesus' return.
When times are tough and the days are long, you've had enough of things gone wrong. Let your faith arise, put your fears behind, and keep your eyes on the finish line. The finish line is always ahead. Don't look behind, move on instead. Climb higher on the ladder of life and keep your eyes on the finish line. Mistakes you've made are a lesson learned, and every day another bridge is burned. You'll be surprised at what you find if you keep your eyes on the finish line. The finish line is always ahead. Don't look behind, move on instead. Climb higher on the ladder of life and keep your eyes on the finish line. When the race is run and this life is o'er, the victory won will be with the Lord. He's the one who cares if you fall behind. He's waiting there at the finish line. The finish line, it's always ahead. Don't look behind, move on instead. Climb higher on the ladder of life and keep your eyes on the finish line. There, come. Okay, are you ready? Wait. Oh, I need to get my lunchbox. Here, Jay. Go! Oh, I'm up here. Come here. Come.
I'm so glad it's lunchtime. I didn't eat any breakfast. I'm really hungry.
Me too. Let's race to lunchroom. Wait for me!
My mom made my favorite sandwich today.
What's that?
Peanut butter and jelly. Yum. Hey, someone took my sandwich. I bet I know who did it.
Who?
I saw Barbie messing around with the lunch bags earlier. I bet she took it. That thief. I'm telling on her.
Wait a minute, Cindy. Before you go accusing her, you should know if she took it. Maybe your mom forgot to pack it.
No way. My mom wouldn't do that. I just know Barbara did it. She's always doing things that are wrong.
Wow, that's mean. It's not like you're perfect, you know. You done things that are wrong too. Remember last week when you cheated on your math test and the teacher thought I was helping you cheat? I forgave you for getting me in trouble, didn't I?
Oh, what do you know? I think Barbara did it, and I'm going to tell on her.
Not hung after all.
Wow, I don't understand why Sydney is acting this way.
Me either. It's weird. Let's eat.
We don't know if Barbara stole Sydney's sandwich, but what do you think Sydney should have done? Have you ever had a speck of dirt in your eye? It hurts and you can't see until it is removed. But what if you had something larger than a speck of dirt in your eye? It would be very painful and blinding. Jesus told a story about someone having a speck of dirt in his eye. Let's read it and see if you can understand what Jesus wanted us to understand.
Mark, I need the Bible.
Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and look, a plank is in your own eye? Hypocrite, first remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly enough to remove the speck from from your brother's eye. Jesus told this story to teach us that we must remove the sins in our lives before we point out the sins of others. In our skit, if Sydney had been more concerned about correcting her own faults, then maybe she wouldn't have been so ready to blame Barbara for stealing. It is important that we never point out someone's sinfulness to show that we are better than they are. Jesus says to remove the plank or logs from our eyes so we can see clearly enough to remove the speck from someone else's eye. This means we are to take care of our own sins by confessing them to God before we think about other people's failures to do what's right. The purpose of pointing out someone else's sin is to help him or her to grow closer to God, but it is not for the purpose of judging. If you're concerned with ridding your life of sinfulness, taking care of the logs in your life, then you will not have time to think about the sins, those specks, in other people's lives. When we understand and believe that Jesus has forgiven us of all the wrong things we've done, our sins, we must do the same for others. And remember, only God has the right to judge sin.